Hey, welcome to Cheaper Jeeper TV. I'm just getting in for my annual Algoma trip. If you wanted to see a video of that, you could look in the description section for that video, as well as one on how you could find crown land so you can have a similar type of experience yourself. Now, you'll also have seen possibly 4 videos where I featured all of the attributes of the Hasika tent, but in this week's video, I'm going to have to give you an update, so stick around. It's been a great time to be out camping and using my Jeep and my camping equipment, and one of those pieces of equipment has been the Hasika tent. Now, the attributes about the tent that I talked about and I was really pleased with was the fact that it's a screen tent that also has a floor, which is hard to find, and it's something that a lot of people want. Well, this tent had that. Also, the 4 walls of screen had flaps that rolled down, as well as zipped down on both sides, and also had some Velcro that held it secure so that during heavy winds and rain, the tent was very waterproof, and I was very pleased about that as well. However, in the times that I have used the tent, the following things have happened that I thought I should share with you. When looking at the Hasika tent, in each of the 4 corners is a ring and a pin to which you're to connect your fiberglass poles. And there's 4 corners on the tent, and 2 of the corners of the tent have had the rings and the pin just rip right out, and that's not acceptable. But also, if I could add, the fiberglass poles have cracked, making them unusable. So when looking at the rings pulling out of the tent and these fiberglass poles cracking, I wondered if it was an isolated incident, and so I went and looked back on Amazon at the reviews, and I saw a number of reviews where people have had the same experiences. And this isn't acceptable for a tent that hasn't been used very much. It hasn't even been a year. I've had it for 7 months. I've honestly used it for 4 videos, and this has happened to it. So it's up to you what you want to do. The attributes of the tent are fabulous, with the floor and the walls that come down, how good it is in terms of its waterproofing. But if you want to buy something like this one, you're going to have to treat it gingerly. If you want something that's going to hold up to the elements a little better, we're going to have to keep looking. So if you're familiar with some tent out there that has similar attributes to this one, in that it's a screen room tent, it has a floor, it has flaps that come down to give you privacy, I'd like to know about it because I'd like to check one out that might hold up better than this. And just to let you know, I really don't have a lot of positive things that I can say about the customer service at Hasika, so I am going to be looking elsewhere. So if you found this update helpful, and you want to make sure you're alerted when the next video comes out, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that alert bell. And now, here's a little tip on something that you may want to keep on board if you encounter problems on the trail. Now for some cheaper Jeeper tips. There's going to be times when you're out on the trail and you might hit a branch, you might knock something off your Jeep. And during those times, things that can help you make a quick repair are duct tape, maybe electric tape, but also zip ties can come in handy. For example, during the Cape Breton trip, my license plate got ripped off and a couple zip ties fixed that pronto. So when I was talking about the failures of the Hasika tent, the duct tape could have helped out with the fiberglass poles, and so could those zip ties. So if you found this video helpful and you want to make sure you don't miss more like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the alert bell. Now let's move on and hear what our subscribers have to say. And now for subscribers tips. This week's subscriber tip comes from our video on how to remove scratches easily. Hey Cheaper Jeeper TV, Meguiar's Ultimate Compound is the best. If you use an electric buffer, it goes 10 times faster. Signed, Corey. Hey Corey, thank you so much for that tip. In fact, I may just do that. And if any of you have recommendations on what kind of buffer I should get, please make sure you put them in the comments section below, as I'll probably do a follow-up video on that. So if you have a suggestion that you'd like to make, please feel free to put them in the comments section below, as they may make it in a future video. Thank you very much. Hey, that's it for this week's episode of Cheaper Jeeper TV. I hope you found it interesting, and if you did, how about giving the video a thumbs up? And if you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe and click the alert bell so that you don't miss the next episode. Until then, I'm Dino for Cheaper Jeeper TV. Be well, stay safe, take care.